in 2009. Okay. Now here to give you some words of encouragement is General Vice President Gary Allen.
Thank you, Janet. Brothers and sisters, first of all, I want to tell you that I am humbled by all of you coming out on this afternoon. I can't think of a better place that we want to be than fighting for justice, right?
All right.
I want to bring to mind an important issue, and that is our young people in the armed forces that are fighting for our liberty and our freedom. And we have to bring them to mind because they're there suffering, fighting for what we are fighting for. Freedom and justice for all, brothers and sisters. So let's give our armed forces a big hand. You know, the Bill of Rights guarantees us as citizens the right of free speech and association. And anytime those freedoms and liberties get trampled on, we as citizens need to stand firm. And that's what's happening across the street over there with DirecTV. They're trampling all over people's rights, and we're not going to have it, right? All right. Brothers and sisters, this company is a multi-million-dollar company. And to highlight just a little bit about the inequity here, all you do is look at the CEO's compensation. $32 million in 2010.
Right.
While his workers are being abused and exploited. And just think about this. These are the frontline employees. The frontline employees that deal with public every day. And they treat them worse than servants. And it's not right. The Machinists Union has stood by their side. We've organized this place. We won an election here over a year ago. And this company has decided to subvert the laws of this country that protect workers' rights and to delay and delay and delay justice for these people. And all they're asking for is the right of association and a collective bargaining agreement. And that's not too much to ask for, is it? This last quarter, this company had a 21% increase in net profit. $674 million in profit this first quarter. And they can't afford to treat their employees with respect and dignity. The union is here to stand behind these employees. And we will not stop until justice is done at DirecTV.
Right.
They have done what other multinational corporations have done, and they've wrought economic terrorism on their workers. We've had people fired because they stood up for a union. Now, this is still America. We still have the right to vote for a union free of intimidation and free of all of the stuff that these people did. Right now we have complaints before the National Labor Relations Board. The union has prevailed in the first stage of this, and we have also filed lawsuits on this company because they've entered in wage and hour violations. They work these poor guys so hard that they sometimes can't even get a lunch. In controversy of the state law that after 4 hours you got to have a lunch. So we've got 3 lawsuits filed against this company. We've got National Labor Relations charges filed against this company. In July, we are going to have a major hearing over a terminated employee who is going to be here a little bit later to speak about what this has done to him and his family. Brothers and sisters, we're Americans and we have rights. And we have to stand up for those rights.
Right.
We can never, ever let a company like this, just because they have money and power and exposure to the media, trample on people's rights, because an injury to one is an injury to all. Now, brothers Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that our spirit is high. We have many organizing drives with DirecTV going on all over the Western Territory, and it's the same story. This is not an isolated case. This company has a culture of intimidation for all of their employees. What they tell them is if you complain or if you go to the union, we're going to subcontract your work to employees who are even abused more than they are. That's the mentality of DirecTV. Now, we have tried to go the legal path, and all they do is stall. They've hired a multi-million-dollar law firm to fight these workers' rights. They want to win at every cost. And our job as unionists is to expose them to the light of day. Right. That what they are doing will not stand.
All right.
Yeah. Brothers and sisters, what I'm asking you all to do is talk to your friends and your family and to start putting pressure on this company. Those of you that are customers of DirecTV, you need to get on the internet and start writing letters and emails and whatever you can do to expose what they're doing, because this is still America. And as I said at the top, our armed forces, our brave men and women are fighting for these rights that we enjoy over here. We cannot ever take them for granted. It's time for us to stand up and stand behind these people that all they want is what you have and what I have, a collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, right.
This does not mean that they want the keys to the company. What this means is in America, you still have the right to engage in collective bargaining, free of intimidation and free of fear of reprisal from your employer. This company has used their wealth and their power to trample on people. And the Machinists Union has never shied away from a fight. Right. We are the Machinists Union, and we are the fighting machinists, and we never turn from a fight. Right. Ever, ever, ever. Brothers and sisters, thank you for coming out today. I know all of you work. I know many of you have come from long distances. San Diego, Sacramento, San Francisco. And I want to tell you, we are going to last one day longer than this company. We will bring justice to the workers of DirecTV. No one can deny the union's power. We will prevail in the end. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody that was able to make it today and took their time to be here to support the people at DirecTV, to support all the employees that somehow are being targeted by the company, they're being intimidated by the company, they're being harassed by the company, and they're also being fired by the company. And I know this because I was an employee for DirecTV. I'm a former employee of this company. And when we started doing this over a year ago, we started doing this since November 2009, we all decided to get together and give the representation of the IAM, the union, because we're coming to work every day. We're spending at least 16 hours out on the field to try to make a living for our family. I got a big family, I'll tell you that. I got 4 kids and my wife. And on April 16, we went to an election with this company, DirecTV. We won that election. Unfortunately, DirecTV is not recognizing their election. As soon as they lost their election, they blame everything on me, and they fired me with no remorse.
Yeah.
The company knew that I had a big family. They knew I got 4 kids and my wife. They didn't care. As a matter of fact, I went to the unemployment office, and the company even refused to give me the unemployment office. They didn't want to give me my unemployment benefit. So I had to struggle for a minute, I had to struggle for a minute, but I still was supporting my people, and I'm still supporting it now. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about what DirecTV is doing to the people right now. All the issues that these guys are having with the company. These guys have to drive at least 3 hours a day. Every day they have to drive from one job to another. And they don't get paid for driving time. Wow. When the guys go to a job and the guys there's no way to do a job, and they have to reschedule a job, and they have to cancel a job, they don't get paid for that. DirecTV doesn't pay for that at all. I had a guy today. That called me and said, you know what, dude, I work 8 hours today. I was able to clock out after 8 hours, but I only made $50 for 8 hours. Whoa. That's how DirecTV takes care of the employees. And I like to tell the people, I like to tell everybody here today that if you ever see a guy out there doing a DirecTV job, take a moment to talk to them. Let them know what the union is all about. And tell them the way you're being treated with the union, and tell them the difference between having the union and not having the union. Right. Because it is a big difference. It is a big difference. So, brothers and sisters, thank you all for being here today. And we'll keep you guys updated. Thank you. All right.
Thank you again, sisters and brothers, and thank you, Nicholas. As you can see, bringing Nicholas on was the right choice because he still had that fight in his heart for the brothers and sisters still working within that building. He wants to see justice on the job for them, just like we do. So, Nicholas, we thank you. And what a marriage of outstanding individuals to bring Nicholas into the IAM and to have with us today from the LA County Federation of Labor, Glenn Arnado. I thank you for coming down, driving through traffic in LA, and coming out to say a few words of encouragement to our members. Glenn?
Woo! Sisters and brothers, good afternoon. I wanted to have Nicholas, come here, brother. I wanted to have Nicholas stay up here. There's something wrong when all over the world people are fighting for freedom. And part of that freedom is the right to join a union. Whether it's in Tunisia, in Egypt, Madison, Wisconsin, or here at DirecTV, DirecTV needs to know this is a fight. And like any bully and any dictator, they think that if they can keep that fight contained, they will win. But we gotta let DirecTV know, and maybe the only way you let a bully know is with a good ass kicking, that they're not gonna just be able to fight their own workers. They're not just gonna be able to fight the machinists union, but they're gonna take on every union, 800,000 union members in LA County, teachers and longshoremen and nurses and construction workers. I hope DirecTV is listening, because not only will we fight them as union members, as the brother said earlier. All right. All right, honk that horn. As the brother said earlier, we're also DirecTV consumers. And we need to start telling not only our union brothers and sisters, but friends and neighbors, that when you write that check to DirecTV, that CEO that's getting some portion of your check so he can get $32 million a year, some of that money is getting used to fire guys like Nicholas who are standing up for their union. Woo! So we want to tell DirecTV, you want to fight, you're going to have a fight. Si se puede.
All right.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you so much for joining us. Also from the LA County Federation of Labor, we have Hector Saldivar out there. Where are you, Hector? And Antonio Jones also came down to help support. Thank you so much. Other local lodges within the IAM, Local Lodge 1930, the Long Beach City employees. Local Lodge 311 is in the house.
Yeah.
Local Lodge 1186. My own local lodge, 1957. All the way from San Diego, Local Lodge 389. Thank you. And from the transportation locals, IAM locals 141 and 142. Thank you so much. And if, sisters and brothers, you have any spare time, and you can get on down to LAX, talk to the brothers and sisters here from transportation, because they have a huge election coming up, a very important election. There's a merge. With United Airlines and Continental. There's an election coming up for the people working there. And the transportation staff have asked for our help. They're here to support us. Let's get out there and support them too. Yeah. From District Lodge 190, Local Lodge 1484 is here. And our retirees who paved the way for us, the Silver Foxes, have joined us this afternoon. Thank you, brothers and sisters. From other unions, the United Auto Workers have joined us. Thank you, Bruce and Richard. All right. We have the American Federation of Government Workers. Thank you for coming.
Right on.
And from right at Rancho Dominguez Hills College, I'm sorry, the little college that could, we have the California Faculty Association supporting us. And from the Iron Workers, Local 433, you guys helped us in 1957, so thank you so much for coming out this afternoon as well. Thank you, Iron Workers. Yeah, I know. Okay, I haven't forgotten. I couldn't forget. I already acknowledged the LA County Federation of Labor. My brother just stepped up here and accused me of forgetting somebody. And I have to tell you, I could not forget this person who has mentored me in my relationship as a union rep to get out there and get active in politics, sister, because that's where the union needs to be. If we're going to control this country, we need to be in places where we can do so. And the most powerful place to do that, sister, is in the elected office. And the person that did that encouraging for me is our own Ray Cordova from the South County Labor most recently, but I tell you, he's also served as a staff person for the Honorable Senator Dills. He also served as a staff person for Congresswoman Grace Napolitano up there in our Norwalk area, where the Iron Workers and Local 1957 would be familiar with her. But also, everybody knows John Chung, and Ray Cordova was a staff person for John as well. Serving in all of these offices, he comes from a labor background at CWA 9400. Ray has been in everything and done everything, and that's why we know him lovingly as the godfather of labor, Ray Cordova.
Sisters and brothers, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The soul of the American worker is not for sale. We will not lay our souls upon the corporate altar of America. and sacrifice it to a company like DirecTV. There are those who say that we don't know the struggles in the American trade labor movement today. There are those who came before us, and yes, they did, and they laid the path for us. But there is no difference today in 2011 than there was in 1920 and 1930. The issues are still the same. Fairness. We demand fairness and equality. How dare they take what we should be receiving and give it to their coupon clippers, the robber barons of America. It is wrong, it is wrong, it is wrong. But there's one thing that they don't have. They don't have the solidarity and the unity of the American trade labor movement with them. We are your sisters and brothers. You are my sisters and my brothers. And collectively, in the American trade labor movement, and I heard my good brother Gary Allen say it, an injury to one is an injury to all. We will stand together, united we stand. We will not be divided. What you are doing here today with this demonstration, it's our subtle way of telling DirecTV, you're indirectly wrong. And we know that they're threatening you with the installers are threatening you, saying, well, you go union, we're going to go out and contract all these jobs. The contractors don't want to work for them because they're not even fair with the contractors. Do not become discouraged. The laws in America have to be changed. I spoke with our representative, Vice President Gary Allen, and said, has anyone called our Secretary of Labor, Hilda Solis? Not yet. Well, by the end of the day today, our Secretary of Labor will have a telephone call. I have a direct line to her, and she'll call me back. And I'm going to tell them about the struggles of DirecTV.
All right.
Now, the Department of Labor. We have a Secretary of Labor. I want to see who's number one there. They will bring justice for us. And sometimes justice isn't swift. But as long as we stand together, no organization in this world can knock you down. I'm so proud to be with you today and so proud to join you because you are my sisters and brothers. I love every one of you. God bless you and God bless America. And God bless the IAM.
Brother Ray just thanked me for having him here today. I got to tell you, I was in the room at the LA County Federation of Labor when he stirred us up, when he agitated us to fight, because we had a Congressman, Marty Martinez, no relationship to Marty Martinez right here, and Marty was a good vote for labor, but he just wasn't a soldier for labor like a certain Hilda Solis. And Ray Cordova was instrumental in getting her the COPE endorsement for Congress, sending her to get the national attention to get the Secretary of Labor position. Thank you, Ray Cordova.
Hello. Thank you, Ray.
So now our challenge, brothers and sisters, you heard from Nicholas. You heard how he has the heart for the fight because the fight is still there for those workers trying to make a living in the building behind you. They want justice. They want a contract that's going to guarantee them decent wages, and they don't have that yet. We want to make some noise for these brothers and sisters.
All right. All right.
And we want them to know, just like our General Vice President said, one day longer. We will be here one day longer because we're going to fight the fight.
Hey!
Our challenge now is to be ready for the next call. Because when we get a decision or when we ask you to come out again, we need you here and we need you to make some noise. Make some noise for those brothers and sisters.
All right! All right!
We're going to try continuing the chanting and letting them know through the next half hour that the Machinist Union are here for the fight. We're going to be here till we win. We're not going to let those brothers and sisters stand alone. So for another half an hour, if you can make some noise for DirecTV, we'd appreciate it. And when we ask you to come back, brothers and sisters, if you can bring a friend with you, we need to get bigger and bigger as the fight goes on. Thank you again, and let's make some noise.